So my first scenario is candlelight. Now, candlelight is supposed to be warmer than regular light, which is why in person the room looks a lot more warm, yet on camera it's not really coming across as such. Um, so I started out with two candles. I have one candle in the front, one candle in the back, and I adjusted my focus as well as my exposure according to that. As far as exposure, I want both candles to be highlighted in the video, but I wanted the focus of the video to be on the red candle. So the red candle is in focus. I placed the square in the center of the red candle so that the red candle will be the item that's in focus, and the circle, which is for the exposure, is placed directly in between the red candle and the blue candle in the back. So I'm going to lock those in place, and then I'm going to adjust the white balance. So the white balance is automatically set on auto. That's the first setting that it's on, and this is it in auto. In person, the room looks more orange, but on camera, it looks a lot cooler. So, because candles give off a more warmer tone, I'm actually going to adjust the white balance, and I'm going to take it from this cool temperature and I'm going to move it up to a warmer temp. And as you can see in the camera, you're getting a lot more of that natural orange feeling of warmness that I am getting also in person. So here I have one of my stuffed animals. His name is Ola. Not Olaf, his name is Ola. And I am using a really, really old light bulb that I found in my house. It's not one that we use currently. This one is the really old ones, the ones that are a lot more yellow. LED lights now are a lot brighter and they're like almost white. But this particular light bulb is really cloudy and yellow. So right now I have the camera on auto white balance, and in person and on the camera is not reflecting that in the video. The auto white balance setting has automatically shifted the lighting in the video to a lot of a to more of a cooler setting. So on the camera it looks pretty okay, pretty decent, but in person the light is a lot more yellow than it actually is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you in the setting and move it more so to what I am actually seeing in person. So right now it's pretty cool, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust it to the light bulb so that you guys can see exactly what it is that I am seeing. Okay, so I'm back with my last example of how I adjust auto white balance versus manual white balance. In this particular video, I have a LED light bulb, and like I mentioned in the last video, LED light bulbs are way brighter than the old yellowy light bulbs, the round one. This one appears to be like a lot wider. However, in the app, it is on auto white balance at the moment, and for some reason, it's coming across a lot more cool than it actually is in real life. And so, with this being the auto white balance, I'm going to go into my settings and adjust it manually to show you guys a more realistic view of what I'm actually looking at in person. So I'm going to adjust the temperature. And even though there's not really much of a difference, it is definitely a lot more yellow in person. This is what I'm looking at in person.